To Daily Meditation Online, hosted by the Buddhist Studies Institute, a project founded by Pema Chödrön. During our season of practice, daily meditation will be live streamed to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. You're welcome to join us any day and every day. My name is Namkai. Today I am the host. I was certified as a meditation instructor through the Buddhist Studies Institute in 2019. Today, Michael will lead meditation practice, calm abiding meditation, for about 20 minutes, and he was certified in 2023. So we just got a fresh certified teacher, and he's a great teacher. After the meditation practice, I will read one of the 5 Buddhist precepts so that we can integrate our study of ethics with practice. I'm going to post a link in the chat for those of you who are on Zoom. And if you're watching through the live stream, welcome. We're so happy you're here with us. And that same link is available underneath the video in the description box. And that link has everything you need to fully participate in daily meditation with us, including the daily prayers, which we'll say at the beginning. That's it for the introduction. Now I'm going to pass it off to Michael, who will lead us in our meditation practice. Thank you, Michael.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Namkai. And thank you, everybody, for joining me for calm abiding practice today. As Namkai mentioned, I'm Michael. I'm certified meditation instructor, freshly certified this year with the Buddhist Studies Institute. And we do calm abiding practice every day. So I'll be guiding you through our calm abiding practice as it is taught there by our wonderful teacher, Pema Chödrön Rinpoche, a doctor, Dr. Pema Chödrön Rinpoche. So we will today. Let's place our hands together, thumbs tucked inside our palms at heart center, and let's invoke the refuge prayer. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I take refuge in the Lama, the Yidam, and the Khandro. I take refuge in the channels, winds, centers, and their nature, the Bodhicitta. I take refuge in complete openness, lucid presence, and compassion. Oh, mesmerized by the sheer variety of appearances, beings wander endlessly astray in samsara's vicious cycle, in order that they might find comfort and ease in the luminosity and all-pervading space of the true nature of their minds. I generate the immeasurable love, joy, compassion, and equanimity of the awakened mind, the heart of Bodhicitta. Sentient beings are numberless. I train in order to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I train in order to transform them. Reality is boundless. I train in order to realize it. The awakened way is unsurpassable. I train in order to embody it. Excellent. So with our calm abiding practice, we always establish a proper 7-point posture. One of the main things to remember is to establish your hips at a slightly higher level than your knees. So if you need to slide a cushion underneath you just to boost your bottom up so that your hips are higher than your knees, feel free to do so. If you're sitting in a chair, make sure your feet are flat on the ground and you're tucked all the way back, nice and secure in your chair. And when sitting on a cushion or the ground, helps to sit forward on the cushion a bit just to kind of establish that hip level a little bit higher than your knees. any little micro adjustments we need to make in the seat. And once we have that seat nice and established, we can straighten our backs and elongate our spines. We can imagine our vertebrae stacked one on top of another, all the way up to the neck. And to help keep the neck in line with our long, straight back, we can tuck our chin in ever so slightly to keep that straight line, to keep our neck and our spine nice and in line. Also, we can extend our shoulders out and allow them, or bring our shoulders back and then allow them to fall naturally down like the sides of our body, so that we aren't holding our arms up. They're just naturally there. With our neck in line with our spine, we can bring our awareness right up to the top of our head, right to the crown of our head. And we can imagine a thin thread shooting right into the sky, kind of slightly suspending us here like an ornament hanging from a tree. And we'll bring our awareness down the forehead to our eyes. And with our eyes, we always hold a soft gaze. We do not concentrate on any specific objects, but we hold a soft gaze down across the bridges of our nose to a space roughly 1 or 2 feet in front of you. We can rest our tongue on the roof of our mouth just behind the front teeth. The jaw is relaxed and unclenched. Our lips are just slightly parted or barely touching. Our bellies are soft. Our abdomen is relaxed. Our hips are higher than our knees. And our back is straight once again. So once we have that nice posture, we can take our hands, and if you're feeling as if you need a bit more grounding today, we can place our hands palms down on our thighs. And if you feel a little sleepy perhaps, and you feel as if you may want a bit more energy, we can place our hands palms up on our thighs. And as always, we can place them in a gesture of equanimity, one hand inside the other, just kind of nestled below the navel, with our thumbs touching or not. That's your choice. So just take a moment to make any little micro adjustments necessary, comfort being the most important aspect. Otherwise, our meditation will be filled with distraction. So, once we feel that we've established our posture, let's warm up the practice today by, let's just do a few double exhales, which are always really great. So double exhales, we'll just take a nice full deep breath in, filling our lungs, and we'll breathe all the air out, all the way out of our lungs until we feel like we've got no more air in there. And we can just push out a little bit more. There's a little bit of excess air. And if you want, you can tuck the navel back toward the spine a bit. This might help express some of that excess air. Let's do that on our own 3 full nice times at your own tempo. once you've exhaled your third breath, we can, the method that we'll employ for calm abiding today will be the Om Ahung method. The Om Ahung method, we simply, with our inhales, silently inside to ourselves, we recite Om. And at the top of the breath, we don't hold the breath. Just at the top of the breath, kind of ever so slightly pausing a little bit, we will recite internally Ah. And as we exhale our breath all the way out, we will recite internally Hum. So on our inhales to ourselves, we recite Ah, Om. And at the top of the breath, pausing just really slightly, we'll say, we'll recite to ourselves Ah. And as we exhale, we'll recite to ourselves internally Om. And that's the method that you'll come back to if anytime during your practice today. And it is completely okay and it's perfectly normal to become a little bit distracted or lose the method. The moment that you notice that you've maybe concentrating on one area more than another, or you've lost the method, just simply come back, start all over again at Om with our inhale, Ah at the top of the breath, and Hum as we exhale. We recite this internally to ourselves. And I'll pop in a couple times during the practice just to remind you of the method in case anybody's gotten a bit lost or distracted. And so let's meditate like this for the just under 20 minutes. And we can begin now. This is the Om Ahom method for calm abiding today. With our inhales, internally to ourselves, we recite Om at the top of our breath. We recite internally to ourselves, Ah, and as we exhale, we recite internally, Om. On our inhales, Om at the top of the breath, Ah, and as we exhale, Om. Okay, we can begin to drop the method now so that we can rest in a free meditative state just for a few moments. Just coming back out of the practice, letting our awareness become pervasive, and once you feel as if you've settled and come out of the method in the free meditative state, let's dedicate the merit of this practice today by placing our hands at heart center. May the teachings of the Buddha spread and flourish. May all sentient beings be happy and joyful. May the Dharma be practiced day and night. May the benefit for self and other be fully accomplished. Thank you so much for joining me for meditation. I'm going to hand it over to Nam Kai, who will talk about a precept, I believe.
Thank you, Michael, for leading us in that very powerful meditation. And now I will read precept number 1, avoiding harming other beings. Do not cut the life force. Committed to non-aggression, I resolve to avoid harming others, to avoid injuring the body or mind of myself and others. I resolve conflicts and tensions with an attitude of openness and loving kindness, acknowledging transgressions and seeking reconciliations. I base my dietary choices on compassionate intention. Rather than taking the attitude that the ends justify the means, I commit to non-violence as the base, the path, and fruit of my actions. I resolve to relieve the suffering of beings wherever I see it and to make compassionate connections with everything, everywhere. Thank you again to Michael for leading us in meditation. Thank you everyone who's here, both on Zoom and on the live stream. We're very happy to have you with us today. I need to tell you about 2 links. BikiniMountain.org, our retreat center in Northern California. Please go learn about our vision for that center. And the Buddhist Studies Institute.org, which has our vision for ourselves as an organization and all of our upcoming programs. This meditation that you were just part of happens daily online with certified meditation instructors of the Buddhist Studies Institute. I'm now going to end the live stream for those of you on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll move into our members only time. Have a wonderful day.